Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 239. This is discussing episodes 40 through 43. Yes, 4 episodes of the series. 40 and 41 is a loosely connected two-parter focused on Sakaku. It's sort of like an island off the coast. It's basically near Tokyo. So, the first part is simply the story of this one is that there. By the way, I believe it's a Blue Turbo episode. I believe this one is. Yes, one of like 2 he has. So with this one, there's this kid he wants to visit on the island because, well, he had received a book from him about learning how to swim because his father is basically in like a different place. Now here's some quite strange. Now there's a part of the episode I'm like, really? They allow people this age in here? Well, we'll get to that. So he receives a package supposedly from him, and turns out this is not the book he sent. This is mentioned by, of course, the Turboranger, and this actually is a demonic book where it says walk to the ends of the earth. And he walks. And a lot of people walk when they grab this book, and the feet start bleeding. Now, I do not know if this is really true. If you walk that much, if your feet will bleed. I have honestly no idea because it's never happened to me. I have walked a long period of time, yes, but it's never to the point where my feet just start bleeding. Yes, because I actually do rest a bit. I don't actually walk for a long period of time. This kid, he just says walk. Several points he looked like he's going to fall up, and of course, apparently the only way to beat them is now. This is all done via the fact that Yanamaru, who is the new leader of the Boma, this is revenge against humanity for basically driving him to starvation. Years before the events of the series. That's the reason for this. It's his plan. And eventually the Book Boma is defeated. And next episode, by the way, during the course of the episode, they go to this paper factory. Now here's the thing. We have the workers there just nonchalantly allowing these teenagers to use their equipment. No, seriously. These are 5 minors. Roughly, so I don't know if they're 18 yet, but these 5 are in high school. Now, the thing is, they're probably allowed to use this equipment due to the fact that their mentor is a friend of a guy who actually works there. Okay, fine. But, by the way, as we've glanced by it, by the way, there's also this thing where Butor chases after him in the episode, and he requests that helicopter pilot who had just landed follow that truck. And I guess the pilot was like, he didn't say anything. I'm sure he had no problem with it. Like, I just landed. Like, okay, I'm going back up in the air. And by the way, this helicopter pilot, after he flies off, never seen it again. It's almost like basically that the characters who were supposed to be there probably were basically just there as background, like literally background characters. We don't see who these people are. They're never given names or even speaking roles. Yes. Though, and after the monster's defeated, as a thank you for saving the factory, they give a tour. Yep, a tour. And this one basically starts something that also showed up in episode 43. Yes, so the plot of episode 40 of 41 is that we have this, by the end of the previous episode, we have this new mysterious monster known as, well, he refers to him as the Bird Boma. Well, it turns out he's just an actor. Yep, he briefly appears. He's first referred to as Migrate Bird Boma. He's a very weak guy. Then eventually he's defeated. Yeah, and as far as I can tell, he's actually the first monster to appear in more than one episode. Yes, I thought this was quite strange. Not really sure exactly why. By the way, he's voiced by Yosuke Idia, who is known for voicing a lot of monsters. Like, he passed about a few years ago. He voiced a lot of monsters on Go Ranger. He was the voice of Volcano Master General Magman for a few episodes. Yes. Who was the 3rd general they had for the series. And he was well, from what I can tell, looked like he was the original actor. And then he got replaced by his replacement actor who did it for pretty much the rest of that run. And for this one, this is for Turboranger. This was actually, he does voice one monster after this one. His last official monster he did voice today was an episode from Shurikanger. So, if you think about it, I have basically watched. By the time I get to his last Monster series, there's only one series he's been in that's left, and that's Five Man, and that's it. Yep. I found this movie kind of fun. It was quite interesting of a monster, basically, look like trying just lying. And the very next episode is like, oh, we have Celine celebrate her birthday, kidnapped by a monster. Though he's free thanks to the present she was given, thanks to sacrifice to free yourself. Yeah, I thought this was quite interesting of an episode. Interesting to see her celebrate her birthday in episode 42 of this whole series. At that point, there's like 9 episodes left to go. Bringing to how it was, and then we have in 43, we have this little one-shot character. And if you're curious, though, does this actor ever come back to Super Sentai this episode? No, he only appears in one episode, and that's it. The actor who plays him never appears in Sentai ever again. Do not know the reason why. It's just kind of weird. The fact that he appears for one episode. I would have thought, though, that as a good interesting character he is, he might show up for Five Man, but nope. He did turn Five Man. Don't know why. Oh, here's an interesting fun fact for episode 43. Did you know it was the last episode aired in the 1980s? Yep, the last one. So this is by sheer coincidence that the 4 episode review is one of the last 4 to air in the 1980s. And you're thinking, wow, that's quite cool. Because it is. Yeah, and in case you're curious though, what series had the last episode to air in the 1990s, you might ask? Well, I think it was episode Go-Go 5. Yes, I believe so. I think it was like, let's see. No, it wasn't that one. It was actually episode 44. That was the last episode to air in the 1990s. Yeah, episode 44 of, well, Go-Go 5. Now, in the case of basically when I will get a chance to review Five Man, which you would think, oh, I gotta review that next when you finish reviewing this series. When you get a chance to, well, because I'm gonna say this right now, as soon as I finish this series, I'm taking a break to Tokusatsu stuff because I've been on this thing for 5 freaking months. And I kind of feel as though I need a break. Seriously, I've been on this since like November of last year, where I have been back from my last break now, and I've been doing this for 5 months. I've got a lot of series, so I'm officially going to go on break once I finish up this particular series. But when I get back, I'm going to start a brand new franchise, and I'm going to go to Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and then Metal Hero, and that'll be the string basically going forward. Basically 4 series, but only 3 series apiece. So I originally planning to do 9, but since I go with the initial 3, I'm going to do 12, and then go on their break. Not do as much as this time. Oh no, not this time. So, now as of right now for Turboranger, I have exactly with 43, I have 8 episodes left to go for the whole series. Now with the very next video, I'm only going to watch 2 episodes and then do a review for this one. And immediately after those 2 episodes, it's on to the last 6 episode series. The reason why, because that's the endgame arc. Yep, the endgame arc. I'm looking forward to that one, okay? But yes, this is a particular view. Next up is the Comic Corner, which this one was supposed to last night, but it got late. So I'm gonna do it next, and it's on straight to Super Sentai right afterwards. Okay, next video. Bye.